nice of you to join me. Welcome to my channel and to part 2 of the Crafter's Companion Precious Memory book dies tutorials that I'm doing. I really hope you've enjoyed them so far. I've made a walkthrough of the album, which I'll put up in that link up there. So that's a playlist, so you can watch the walkthrough and then also watch parts 1, 2 and however many follow on from that. So that will be in that playlist. So we've done the baby girl one is the walkthrough. So for the tutorial I was doing the baby boy. So in part 1 we've done the inside front cover and page 1. So today we're going to concentrate on page 2 and 3, and that will be the purse pocket page, and then this little flap here that we are going to do as well. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so you will need your die cutting machine today, and the dies that I'm using are again the Gemini ones, and they are the tabbed page and purse card. Okay, so we're going to cut our dies out now. So you will need the rectangle one, the rectangle that looks a little bit like some slots, and your decorative flap die as well. So if you notice on this die here, when you get yours at home, it's only got 3 cutting edges and the top edge is plain. That's because this edge goes up against our folded piece of card. So I've got some A4 card here that I've just folded in half to create the folded part of our purse. So this will be the bottom of our purse. So we're going to place our die so that this top metal edge is along that folded edge. Okay, and we will need to tape it in place, so if you've got some removable tape, get that out now as well. And then we're going to place our other dies on here as well. So we're going to put our decorative top on, and then the gusset die that goes at the side. And I'm running out of tape, like so. Okay. So let's place this into our die machine, and that's cut really well. So put them back on my little mat here. Okay, just pull that off. Okay. Now you will need these dies in a moment, so don't put them away. But I've just got a tiny little bit of a nick there, so I'm just cutting that extra bit of paper off. Okay, now on this die, when you put it through your machine, I end up with this edge here where the die has indented into my card. I don't particularly like that, so I'm going to flip it over and use the back sides where it's nice and straight and flat and there's no indents on it at all. It's just a design feature. If you want to, you can have that on that side. I just prefer it to be plain. So with our gussets, which are these here, we're going to fold them like a concertina. So we just fold them in. You go mountain, valley, mountain, and then I'm just going to burnish these down just to crease those score lines just that little bit more, just make them a little bit more crisper, so that these are going to sit nice and flat when we come to put them onto our base, like so. So using double-sided tape, and you can use your glue as well, we're just going to put our double-sided tape along the edge that hasn't got the fold line on. So it's the plain straight edge. We're going to do that on both of the end pieces. Okay, and again on this one, doing exactly the same. Now you could, if you wanted to, just add a little bit of glue just to get that wiggle on. And we're going to place this on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bottom one on first. So I'm just taking off the one strip of the double-sided tape, and I'm turning it over so that this edge with the double-sided tape is on the outside edge of my bottom card. Now I don't want this to be right at the top, but I don't want it to be right at the bottom neither, because if it's right at the bottom it's not going to close. So you kind of have to just find a happy medium. So line it up so that the two edges meet and that there's a gap at the bottom and a gap at the top of your card. So like so. So that when we come to close it, it's going to be nice crisp close. Okay, can you see that? It should come down a little bit, and then hopefully you should be able to see. Now I have moved my camera, so I'm hoping that I'm not working too much down here. I'm conscious of having my head inside the camera. So we're going to take this one off now. No, we're not. We're going to do this one. So again, take off your double-sided tape. Make sure this outside edge with the double-sided tape is facing the outside edge of your paper, of your bottom card, and then we can just again have a gap at the bottom and a gap at the top, like so, and then burnish in place like that. I hope you saw that. So I'm going to just take you out again before I forget. There we go. Okay, we can take off then the next piece of the double-sided tape. Now I'm going to just take off a piece, and I'm just going to give it a little tab on the outside like so, and again on this one, tab on the outside like so. Then we can fold this over, making sure that that's nice, that's going to be straight, and it is. And then we can do the same on this one. So again, just push it over so that it sticks. And then we've got these tabs here. Now what we can do is we can just rip these tabs out, and then the double-sided tape will stick. So 1, 2, and then that's then our literally the first part of our purse pocket. Right, so now comes the pocket, the top bit of the purse. So with this one, we can put our double-sided tape along the back, making sure you've got the right side, because remember our dies have got two different edges. So you've got the nice beveled edge, which is the front part of our book. Sorry, what am I talking about? The beveled edge is the top of your die, so that's the die that's the side that is, you know, going to be seen. And then you've got the sharp edge underneath, which is then obviously the back side of our dies, and when you cut, that's what you get. Okay, so double-sided on the bit of the glue tab along the top. So on the side that has the valley fold, take the double-sided off, and then I'm just going to line up those scored line with the back of the purse. Once you've got it in place, you can then start to just ease it down, and then the double-sided tape will then take hold. Okay, and then burnish that down, and then that is literally your purse pocket done. So now we come to, don't throw these extra bits away because you will have extra ones of these. So keep these because we're going to use these into our books in future pages. So let's turn it over to our next page. For this page, now it's up to you whether you have it straight, so you can have it, let me get a piece of paper and then you can see. I'm going to have that. So you can have it straight, like so, or you can have it at an angle. It's really up to you. I had it in an angle in that book, so I think I'm going to have it in an angle again. Now you can, if you want to, you can gut this paper, because you're going to have this paper at the back that is going to be wasted. So you could gut it so that you can use it at the front. So what I'm going to do is cut it first. So cut it down so it will be 5 7/8 by 3 7/8. That would be the size. Okay, so that then will be the base then of that page. So remember to round your corners, or your corner, and I didn't do that on this page, did I? No. So what I forgot to do is round the corner of these pages, but luckily it's not too bad. I can do that now. And then this side as well, that top one. There we go. So to gut it, so you need to work out where you're going to have your card. So if you want your purse at an angle, what I would suggest you do is get a pencil and just mark the edges. So where you want it, just mark the edge. So one there, one there, like so. So you've marked your edges on your paper, and you can see there, let me bring that up. Can you see my pencil marks? So one there, one there, one there, and one there. And bring in your die. Now we're going to have it so that the die part is facing upwards, okay? So because we're gonna draw around the inside part. Just line up as near to as you can of those marks, okay? Just as near to, so the outside edges need to literally be on the outside of your die. Okay, and then let's just hold it very carefully. Okay, and then we're just going to draw around. Be careful not to move it too much. Okay, so what I maybe should have done is worked on the back, but never mind, I can use this side instead. Okay. To get started, so we need a ruler. So get your ruler, and I'm just going to line my pencil marks up and just cut down. Okay, and then I'm going to get my scissors and just come around, and then just very gently come around that pencil line like so. This is all to help make your papers go a little bit further. Okay. There we go. Off you come. Off you pop. And then I'm going to use this side. No, I'm not. I'm going to use this side, as I said. And we can stick that on. And then this is going to go over there like so. And then you will never know that that has got a big massive hole inside it. And that's how you can make your papers. If you're a bit short on papers, like I probably will be with this album, then that's another way to help you make your, as I say, papers go a bit further. So glue just down the edges like so. And then we can stick that on. Oh, I forgot to round the corners. Okay, this one as well. See, we all make mistakes, and I make tons of mistakes. I really do. I think I just get so excited to show everybody that I tend to forget. So there we go. So that's in there like nicely and nice and straight and flat. And I am just going to get a rubber just to rub off some of those pencil lines, just in case you can see them. I don't think you will, but let's just make sure before we stick our page down, our purse pocket down. Okay, so now we've got then our purse pocket, and that will fit over the top, and as I say, you wouldn't even know that that's got a massive hole in it. That's pretty awesome, I think. So I'm going to use this. So let's put our glue on. Put this on like so. Close that up, and then that goes on the front. So to make our closure, so first of all, before we do our closure, we need to decorate this here, so the top bit. So what have we got left? Can I use that? So I could use that one, and then it would go with that. So let's use this. So again, I'm going to work on the back part of the paper. Now, shall I keep it the same or shall I change it? No, let's keep it the same. So I'm going to work on this side, but we need to make sure that we get it the right way, because this is a directional paper. So make sure that you've got it exactly how you want it. So let's hold it down, draw on the inside like so, and then you can cut it out. Now I'm going to remember keep my bottom edges nice and straight. I don't want the curve. these can go in the bin. And then this will fit on the top like so, and then I glue. Now I'm not going to put some any decorative paper on the inside of this just yet. I'm going to wait and see what I've got left over first of all before I put that on. Get then our Velcro. I'll put a link as well for these. These are fantastic. I love these little Velcro closures. They're just right for this type of thing. Now again, if you put this on, you won't be able to then put your your paper on here because it's obviously this will be on, but you might be able to take it off at a later stage. Right, so I'm just gonna push that down, and then we can pull up. Hopefully I've done my job right. There we go. There we are. So that is that part. Now we've got one more thing left to cut out, and that is the decorative feature that I used on the top, which was the little lock. That's going to go on the top then. I'm just going to cut that out of a bit of scrap white card. And then that's just going to go on the top like so. You could colour that as well if you wanted to. Maybe use some alcohol inks or distress inks, even archival. Let's have a look what that's going to look like. Let's go for this cornflower blue, and I don't want to get it on here, so look what that looks like. See, that looks quite nice. It really stands out with the white. So you could do something like that. I'm going to leave that actually because I quite like that. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. I think that just stands out. Let's put some glue on. I'm just going to put the glue on the back of my hand because this is quite intricate. Like so. And then we can stick that on like that. There we go. And then we can stick it onto the back. So I'm going to use the double-sided tape again for this. Take the backing off of this double-sided tape. And I'm just going to add our glue on the inside. Okay. Make sure you get it up the right way. Make sure you cover all that bit that is gutted. Okay, and push it down like so. Yeah. And that is the second page or third part of our book done. With this I'm going to add, so on our little lock here, I'm going to use this sparkle pen to add a little bit of sparkle to it. Okay, so then that is that page done. So now going on to our second page. You could also put something down here, maybe a little sentiment or something, which is what I might do at the end. I'll get this page done, and then we'll get the sentiments out and stuff, and do that at the end. So our second page, or page 3, is exactly the same as page 2. Sorry, as page 1, but we've put them down the sides. Now you will need to cut some of this off. Okay, now I've got one, this is just an off-cut one that I've done. So we need to cut off, let me move this out of the way. We need to cut off from this here, from that line all the way down on both sides. Okay, and then that creates just that shape. Okay, like so. Now I'm going to use a trimmer, because then you can trim them off. So you will need to cut out 2 of these. Okay, I'm not going. I've cut these out, so I'm not going to bother cutting them out again. So you need to just pause and cut them out, and yeah, I'll see you in just a minute. So bringing in your sheet, your card. Oh, get your words right today. Bring in your book and fold over the edges. Make sure you get the right side up. So they're going to go on here like so. So we need to round these edges of this corner, of this one, round the corners of this one that goes on the outside. Make sure you've got the right one. 1, 2. But this one, I'm just going to use my scissors just to trim off that edge bit. There we go. So that's then going to fit over like that. And then that one's going to come and then go there. So we're going to put this one on first. We're going to put these on first so that our backing paper is going to cover obviously the workings of the the sort of little flaps. So I'm going to just angle these corners of these glue tabs so they're not as bulky on the corners, like so. And then add the double-sided tape, and we need to add it to the mounting fold. And that is the mounting fold of the flap. Now with this one you need to put your tape as near to the folded edge as you can. Like so. Take off the backing. And then put these as near to the edge, so the folded edge goes as near to the edge of your page as you can possibly get it. Okay, like so. That's one. And again with this one. Like so. Okay. Now what I have forgot to do is the little hole to put our circles on, but it doesn't matter. We can do it in a moment. So now we've put them on, now you need to choose your paper, whatever paper you're going to use. So this needs to be, what did I say, 5 7/8 by 3 7/8. So that's this one. Hopefully that will fit, and it does. So round your corners, or your just two corners, so that they sit like that. And you can go ahead and stick this down, and just add a little bit on those edges. Like so. And then this is going to be on the outside. I think that's going to look really nice. So, to do this, first of all, before I do anything, I'm going to add our little holes so that our brads can go in. Otherwise, I will forget. So, we did it from this point here. We did it at 3/4 of an inch, I think, upwards. So there. Then I'm just going to add it from there so that there's roughly in the same spot. There. And there. So give them a little punch so that we've got that all nice and marked. Bring in your die, and we are going to draw around it. So I'm going to use the back side as I always do, and I'm going to use the edge of our paper as the bottom part. Do that. That's one. And then yeah. So cut these out. Okay. So we still need to just trim off these edges here so it matches up. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. So you will need to do 4 of these in different, whichever colours, whichever ones you're going to go with. I've just done the 2 at the moment. So let's stick these on. Like so. But what I did forget to do, I should have rounded those edges there, those corners, sorry. Oh, one of these days I will get it right. Okay, so that's on there like so. Okay, and then poke the holes back through. 1, 2, and then up on here I'm going to just put some double-sided tape. I forgot to do it on the other one, and this is just going to help the brads to stay stuck down when we put them on, nice and flat. Okay, right, we've cut these out now, so these are all cut out, ready to go on. So our next job will be our little circles, and so this is the small one and this is the big one. So the big one needs to be in the white, so you need to cut 4 of these. Okay, so 4 of those, and then 2 of your patterned paper, whichever you're going to do. And I'm going to go with this paper. So 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to have 2 the same. Okay, so these need to be stuck, so 2 of the white ones stuck together. And then a patterned one at the top. Like so. That's 1. And 2. And then patterned. There we go. So let them dry for a second, and we need our brads back. So I'm going to go with, what should we have? Green or blue? What did I have on the first one? I had green, so let's go blue. So I'm going to go with the dark blue. And bring in your little foamy part that you can just by eye the middle. Right, in the middle. Push the brad through. Push the brad through. Now, so I just took off the double-sided tape, and I'm just going to stick the brad legs down onto it, like so. Again, turn it round, make sure it's the right way, like so. Then we can stick our pieces on. I'm going to go with that one. And then that covers those workings out then as well, so you can't see the legs. Now if you had forgotten to do that, then just cut yourself an extra, punch out another circle, and then that can go on there as well, just to hide it. I was just seeing whether or not I had one that I can show you, which I have. There, I just matched up. I don't know if you can't even probably see. I just very faintly, I just matched it up so that you couldn't see it that much. That's yeah, this goes on here. Like so. And then we just need the part that goes in the middle. So your photo mat that goes in the middle will be 4 3/4 by 5 3/4, because you don't, although you could possibly get away with it being a bit more. What did I do from that one? That is 5.5. Oh, so 5.5 by 3.5. I did that one at. So 5.5 by 3.5. By 3.5. I've cut out 2 there, so just to, you don't need to use 2, you can just use 1. I just thought it was a nice, we could just get 2 in there like so. So again, I'm not going to, on one side I'm going to just edge this with our black, just to give it a bit more definition. Like so, and then we'll just put that in there for the moment, and then we just need the blue so that we can put around. I just had a thought then, I was thinking, oh please don't tell me I've not recorded that, but I have. I haven't talked about the weather today, have I? It's very cool today. A lot cooler than it has been. I will say it's a bit more fresher today, which is nice. Although I love the hot weather, as I've said before, it is a bit fresher. So I'll do that in a roundabout way. Take that off. Then we're just going to go around 3 times. So 1, 2, and then I'll cut that bit off there. 3. There we are. So that then is our next installment of our page done. Well, thank you again for sticking with me and watching another tutorial of mine. I really hope you're enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying making it. Please like, comment and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Appreciate it immensely if you do. It really does help me out. All the links, as always, will be in the description box down below, as well as a few shopping links of where I've got different products to use on in this tutorial. So yeah, please go and check them out as well. So all the rest left for me to say is take care, enjoy your crafting, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!